Hey YouTube, so welcome to another FIFA 20 video. This video is slightly different to what my other videos are, but today we're going to have a look at how to, let's say, improve defending in this game, and how to basically how to defend, and how I personally personalize my defensive setup. So hopefully this will help you as well. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do actually get out of Ultimate Team. And that's in terms of actually the settings I'm going to do. So how I set up my defensive settings. First of all, if we go on to settings here, I could just show you on default. Okay, so default looks like this. Where you have all these, should be the same if you got it on default. First thing I would do is to change the jockey. This one, it says assisted right now, where jockey speed will be assisted to help you stay close to your opponent, but there is no directional assistant. So yeah, the first thing I would do is change that to manual. So, because what I don't like is, you know how you have those one-on-one situations, and then once you start chasing back, not always the attacker seems quicker than the defender, and that's one of the reasons is because the jockey movement does slow you down, because they want you to get closer to the opponent without fouling them. So you kind of get close to them, but they don't actually tackle. So I think something that I don't really like. So first thing I would do, change that to manual. One thing I do also notice is it gives you the option to change here, but once I go into the game, it always goes to technical defending. So if I ever put legacy here, it will always go back to technical. So it's just really annoying there, but make sure the setting is saved. So there we go, got jockey movement on manual. That would stop your player, how you accelerate toward them, but then it stops. It stops, that slows down, which I think is very important for my defensive approach. So that's the first thing I would change. So change the jockey movement to manual rather than assisted. So you are defending on your own. So yeah, we're still within the ultimate screen here, but alright, let's see what else we can do. Let's have a look at icons while we're loading up. So that's number one. We'll give 3 to 5 tips, maybe. I can think of 3 straight away. So, alright, and okay, the second thing would be let's say the players then. So you need your players, few important stats that are essential. Chemistry style could help as well. First thing I want to look at is the pace, and obviously the defending. And probably you want to select defenders that are good defenders often have medium high. The work rate, you see, attacking should be medium and defensive should be high. That way they'll stay back and not go too far forward. So apart from corners, obviously, but most of the time they'll be staying in their own half, staying at the back. So I think that's very important. And then, like I said, it's also important to have some pace as well. And then you want good defensive awareness, standing tackle, interception as well. And another stat that's very key would be the stamina, because so often your defender, they play well in the first half, and then how you always concede those late goals, and that's to do with stamina. So I strongly recommend getting defenders that at least have the green stamina, so at least 75 or above. So that's very important, I think, as well. I think 70, but 75 or above, I would say, is what you need. So because you cannot boost stamina, so that's why these inform or special cards for defenders are particularly important. So a stat that I think is very important is stamina. So it has to have at least 75 for me. So I think both of them just over 75. They're not great. I know this Delio is not that great because he's a high medium. I'm actually thinking of switching him out, but he is very important in terms of the linkage. This is not my actual team. This is the team I use to get my fitness. So okay, so that's the number 2. So selecting your players, suitable players. We've gone through the settings, suitable players, and then the third tip would be make sure you've got full stamina. Like I said, the stamina is very important late game. So I think it's very important to make sure your players do get all in 99 stamina to start with. Not fitness, sorry. Make sure your players got 99 fitness to start with. And that's another very important aspect. So that's 3 already. yeah, I hope that helps because that's something I do. Also, we'll just have a quick look at the defensive setup. So let me just go to my squad, and the next thing we'll look at quickly would be the customer tactics. So now, so let's say for this team, I start in game and then I change to the attack formation. So I go like that. What's important is even though I'm attacking, I still want my defend. Like I'm attacking, that's actually just me changing the formation. What I want is a bit of defensive, but I think the defense is still very to not concede goals. Even if I score any. I had a situation where I scored 8 goals, like a few hat tricks on my side, but we still lost because we couldn't defend. We lost 10-8, so that was extra time, and it's pretty annoying. Conceded 2 very late goals, very very annoying. So I just pushed everyone up. But alright, so let me just show you how I set up my attacking. So yeah, I like balance. I use balance as like an average. There is also a defensive setup which I'll show you as well. So this is I know it says attacking, but that's actually what I do when I'm in game, just to change formation. Leave it as it is, like just on the middle. And offensive, whatever you like. So that's how I set up. I don't want too many in the box, so I don't want it like that. Then got no other backs. So I always leave like 1 outside, so that's like my limit. And then same, I don't want everyone in because it's not like the late game. So that's how I normally set up mine. So I also have a defensive plan, which that's when the defenders do drop back. So you want a bit of depth, and then maybe less width as well. I don't really like personally I don't really like possession, so in fact I'm just going to change it to balance. But everyone's kind of staying back, and that's how the defensive tactics work. Another thing I would do is, let me just go back to my attack. Yeah. So let's say if I'm using a formation, let's say this one, 4-1-2-1-2. Yeah, 4-1-2-1-2. So attack mid and a defensive mid. I think a defensive mid is very important in the game. What I also do is normally it would be like that, balanced. Change him to stay back while attacking. So you want your defensive mid to stay back while attacking. I've got enough attacks there. I just want someone to stay back. And even if you ask him to stay back, he'll just go to the halfway line, which is still quite far. But he'll come back like when he's attacking as well. So I think that's very particularly important. And you do want to a bit of pace on him as well, which I've got. Gale. And with a hunter, he's now very pacey. He's like 90? He's like 89 and then 82 sprint speed. So that's pretty good. Acceleration is very important for center mids, defensive mids as well. And then he's got like 99 interception right now. So he's a good. He's actually better off as a defender, but I like him as a center defensive mid. So I do switch in game. I know it's not the best squad, very affordable squad, this one. But also think about your substitutes as well. So towards like late in the game, often the wing backs do run out of stamina because they've been just running up and down the lane, and then they just get tired very quickly. So if you don't want to be countered, you want to change your wing backs. Then likewise, I rarely change the centre back. That's why I want them to have good stamina, but. If you want to change your centre mids as well, just make sure you got a bit of stamina into the team if you want to defend. But likewise, attacking, you want to change the strikers, wingers. So I think that's 5 tips already. So we've gone through the settings, we've gone through the fitness, we've gone through the player selecting, work rates, and then we've gone through the tactics, so technical setups. And then we've gone through, asking play to stay back. So that's 5 for now, and it's actually not going into the game yet. But if you want to see more, if this was helpful, give it a try. Why not? If you like losing a few in a row, I would either switch, change the players, or just change the settings. Hopefully this helped. If we get enough likes, so let's say enough likes and enough comments, let's say 10 of them, so 10 likes or 10 comments. I'll make another one when we actually play in-game, and then we'll show you a bit more about the movement of defending, how to defend and how to tackle. So a bit more on that. But first of all, if you're struggling like I did, I was losing at like 5 in a row. Made a setting just 1-2. So I know we're not great players, but you know we want to be the top, so we want good reward. And how do we do that? How do we earn coins? How do we earn packs? Easiest way to earn it is just for playing and winning. So yeah, I hope this video helped, and like I said, if you did enjoy the video, make sure you give a thumbs up. If you're new to here, make sure you subscribe, hit the like button, and ring the bell. So I will end it here in this video. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.